Picture this. A young entrepreneur in Texas stumbles upon a golden opportunity, a $10 million limestone quarry up for sale. But there's a catch. She doesn't have a penny to her name. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old former project manager who turned heads by acquiring that multi-million-dollar asset without touching her own savings. How? By mastering the art of financial leverage, a strategy that lets you borrow resources to create wealth, even when you start with nothing. Sarah didn't let her lack of capital stop her. She did her homework, researching the quarry's value, local demand for construction materials, and the seller's urgency. The owner, a retired businessman needing quick cash, agreed to a bold proposal. A $1 million down payment and 60 days to close the deal. With $1 million still out of reach, Sarah pivoted. She approached smaller contractors in the area, businesses desperate to expand but lacking funds. Rent my quarry, she pitched, and pay in installments instead of buying outright. Within weeks, she secured contracts totaling $11 million from 15 companies, guaranteeing steady cash flow. Using that revenue, she paid the seller the remaining $9 million, locked in ownership, and pocketed $2 million in profit, all without risking her own money. This isn't a fluke. It's a blueprint. Sarah's story mirrors real-world principles used by savvy investors like those flipping commercial properties or launching startups with venture capital. The magic? Leveraging other people's money, OPM, to control assets far beyond your means. Think of how Elon Musk funds Tesla expansions through pre-orders, or how Airbnb became a lodging giant without owning a single hotel. The lesson? Capital isn't king. Creativity is. Most people hit roadblocks because they focus on what they don't have. But true entrepreneurs see gaps as opportunities. When Sarah spotted that quarry, she didn't ask, "How do I afford this?" She asked, "Who else needs this? And how can I bridge the gap?" By turning potential renters into partners, she transformed a $10 million liability into a $2 million profit in 2 months. This isn't about luck. It's about mindset. Americans pride themselves on grit and hustle, but raw effort alone won't build generational wealth. The wealthy play a different game. They use leverage to multiply impact. Whether it's borrowing against future income, crowdfunding a product, or licensing a patent, the goal is to make resources work for you, not against you. So next time you're stuck, ask, who owns the resource I need? Can I rent it, partner for it, or monetize it before paying for it? Sarah didn't need $10 million. She needed a plan to make the asset pay for itself. That's the power of leverage. And in a country where innovation drives fortunes, anyone can master this skill. You don't need a trust fund to build a legacy. You just need to think like Sarah, bold, strategic, and unafraid to borrow the tools to win. Let's break down the core idea. Leverage isn't just a finance term. It's a mindset. It means using other people's resources, money, time, skills, tech, or systems to create outcomes far beyond your individual capacity. Think of it like this. If you're trying to lift a car with your hands, you'll fail. But add a jack, a tool, and suddenly, you're moving tons with minimal effort. That's leverage in action. There are 5 types to master. First, financial leverage, using other people's money. Like a startup founder securing venture capital to scale, or a real estate investor taking out a mortgage to buy property, then renting it out to cover costs. Second, time leverage, freeing yourself from endless hours. A productivity hacker might use automation tools to outsource tasks like scheduling or email responses, gaining back 10+ hours a week. Third, people leverage, hiring experts or partnering with those who complement your weaknesses. Elon Musk didn't build SpaceX's rockets alone. He hired engineers who knew more about propulsion than he ever will. Fourth, technology leverage, scaling with software or AI. A solopreneur selling digital courses on Teachable isn't just teaching one student. They're reaching thousands with a single upload. Finally, systems leverage, building repeatable processes. Amazon's success isn't just Jeff Bezos' genius. It's their automated supply chain, customer service bots, and Prime subscription model that keep the machine running 24/7. The pattern? Leverage isn't about shortcuts. It's about strategic borrowing. The wealthy don't work harder. They work smarter by multiplying their effort through these 5 pillars. Whether you're a freelancer outsourcing admin work, a small business owner using social media ads to reach millions, or a parent automating chores with smart home devices, you're already using leverage daily. The key is to recognize it, refine it, and expand it. Because when you stop relying solely on your own resources and start borrowing from others, you unlock a whole new level of possibility. That's the art of modern success. Let's talk about real-world leverage in action. Stories where ordinary people turned limited resources into extraordinary outcomes by borrowing strength from systems, talent, and technology. Take Jeff Bezos and Amazon. In 1994, he launched Amazon from his garage selling books. But here's the twist. He didn't open stores or hire sales teams. Instead, he bet on the internet, a nascent technology most dismissed as a fad. By 1998, Amazon wasn't just a bookstore. It was a platform connecting millions of sellers to buyers worldwide. Fast forward to today. Amazon Web Services, AWS, their cloud computing arm, powers 40% of the internet, from Netflix to NASA. Bezos didn't build this alone. He leveraged technology to scale faster than any physical business ever could. Now, Warren Buffett. The Oracle of Omaha didn't inherit billions. He started with $100,000 in savings. His secret? Financial leverage through compounding. In 1965, he bought Berkshire Hathaway for $8 a share. Instead of cashing out dividends from stocks like Coca-Cola, he reinvested them. By 2023, that $8 share, it's worth over $500,000. His $1 million investment in Coca-Cola in 1988 now generates $70 million annually in dividend alone. Buffett didn't just invest money. He let money invest for him. Elon Musk, he's a master of people leverage. When he founded SpaceX in 2002, he had no aerospace expertise. So he hired former NASA engineers, rocket scientists, and even plumbers to build reusable rockets. Tesla's electric cars, they weren't built in-house. Musk partnered with Panasonic for batteries and Taiwanese suppliers for components. His genius isn't in engineering. It's in attracting top talent and letting them solve problems he couldn't. Let's shift to retail. Sam Walton started Walmart in 1962 with one store in Arkansas. By 2023, it's a $600 billion empire. How? Systems leverage. Walmart's supply chain isn't magical. It's ruthless efficiency. Their inventory software tracks demand in real time, slashing waste. Their cross-docking system moves product from trucks to shelves in 24 hours, bypassing warehouses. Walton didn't stock shelves himself. He built a machine that did. Jack Ma's Alibaba story, pure platform leverage. In 1999, he launched Alibaba to connect Chinese manufacturers with global buyers. He didn't own factories or products. Instead, he created a marketplace where others sold goods. Today, Alibaba's ecosystem includes Taobao, a consumer-to-consumer site bigger than eBay, and cloud services rivaling AWS. Mais $60, 000 initial investment, now worth over $600 billion. He didn't sell anything. He let others use his platform to sell to each other. TikTok? Algorithmic leverage at its finest. ByteDance didn't create viral dances or comedy skits. They built an AI engine that learns what users want in seconds. A teen in Texas watches a video. The algorithm serves 10 more like it. Result? TikTok hit 1 billion users in 4 years, faster than any app in history. The platform doesn't pay creators. It borrows their content, then monetizes it with ads. Flappy Bird? In 2013, Vietnamese developer Dong Nguyen released a simple game. No marketing, no budget, but the game's brutal difficulty? Addictive. Within weeks, it topped app stores globally. Nguyen earned $50, 000 daily from ads, while sleeping. He didn't push downloads. He designed for virality. When backlash hit, he pulled the app. Lesson? Leverage isn't just about scale. It's about timing and psychology. Now, the classic rich versus poor parable. Imagine two Americans in West Virginia. Both get a job digging coal for $20 per hour. The poor worker shows up daily, saves little, and retires broke. The rich worker? He hires 10 immigrants on H-2B visas, pays them $15 per hour, and keeps the $5 difference. With that profit, he buys equipment, hires 20 more workers, and scales. Within years, he owns a mining subcontractor company. The poor guy, still swinging a pickaxe. The rich one didn't work harder. He borrowed labor to multiply his effort. Or take Airbnb. They don't own hotels. They let homeowners list spaces via an app. Hosts handle cleaning. Airbnb takes 3% to 20% per booking. By 2023, they listed 7 million properties, more than the top 10 hotel chains combined. They didn't build rooms. They borrowed assets. Even McDonald's uses franchise leverage. A single owner opens a store with $1 million. McDonald's takes $50,000 upfront plus 4% of sales. That $50,000 funds new locations. Franchisees handle staff and costs. The parent company profits without lifting a fryer basket. What's the pattern? Leverage isn't cheating, it's strategy. The wealthy don't hoard resources, they redirect them. They don't trade time for money, they use money to buy time. They don't do all the work, they delegate. And in America, where innovation drives wealth, this mindset is everywhere. So next time you're stuck, ask, what resource can I borrow? Can I license a patent instead of inventing it? Rent equipment instead of buying it? Partnered with a freelancer instead of hiring full-time? Leverage isn't about having more. It's about using less smarter. You don't need a trust fund to play this game. You just need to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an architect of systems, relationships, and opportunities. The tools are out there. The question is, will you borrow them? Let's talk about how to turn leverage from theory into action. You've seen how billionaires like Bezos and Buffett built empires using borrowed resources. Now let's break down how you can apply these principles, whether you're running a small business, investing, or just trying to grow your career. Start with financial leverage. This isn't just for Wall Street. It's for everyday hustlers. Think of how Airbnb hosts use other people's homes to generate income without owning property. Or how a food truck owner might use a crowdfunding campaign to raise $50,000 for a second truck. Splitting profits with backers. The key? Use other people's money, OPM, strategically. Take Starbucks stored value cards. When customers load $500 onto a gift card, that's interest-free capital Starbucks uses to open new stores. By 2023, their prepaid card balance hit $1.8 billion. Money they didn't have to borrow from banks. Your version? Maybe negotiate extended payment terms with suppliers. A boutique owner could order inventory today, sell it over 60 days, and pay the vendor later, using their cash flow to grow instead of tying up savings. Next, time leverage. Americans work hard, but working smarter means reclaiming hours. Imagine a freelance graphic designer automating client onboarding with Calendly, invoicing with QuickBooks, and using Canva templates for routine projects. That frees 15 hours a week to focus on high-value clients. Or take a real estate agent using Zillow Premier Agent ads to attract leads 24/7 while they sleep. Time isn't about hustling harder. It's about systems that work without you. Even parents use time leverage. A mom in Chicago uses a grocery delivery app to save 5 hours a week, then uses that time to run an Etsy shop selling handmade candles. Now, people leverage. This isn't about hiring an army. It's about borrowing expertise. A solopreneur launching a skincare line doesn't formulate product alone. They partner with a contract manufacturer in Ohio, a social media manager in Florida, and a CPA in Texas. Each person does what they do best, so the founder focuses on branding. Elon Musk does this at Tesla, outsourcing battery tech to Panasonic while his team focuses on car design. Even students use people leverage. A college junior hires a VA from Upwork to manage her TikTok content schedule, letting her focus on creating viral videos. The rule? Hire for weaknesses, not just strengths. Then, technology leverage. This is where regular folks outpace competitors. A small law firm in Phoenix uses AI like Casetext to scan legal documents in seconds. What used to take 20 hours now takes 2. A fitness coach uses Zoom to reach clients globally, multiplying their hourly rate tenfold. Even retirees use tech leverage. A 65-year-old in Florida rents out his RV on Outdoorsy, earning $800 per month with zero effort. The lesson? Tools like Jasper for copywriting, Grammarly, or even TikTok's algorithm turn individual effort into scalable impact. Moving to systems leverage. Systems are the invisible engines behind wealth. McDonald's doesn't get rich from flipping burgers. It's their franchise model. A single franchisee in Dallas pays $45,000 upfront plus 4% of sales. McDonald's uses that cash to open more locations without spending a dime. For regular folks, systems mean automating income. A teacher in Atlanta builds a teacher's pay teachers store. $10 lesson plans downloaded 1,000 times equals $10,000 per month passive income. Or a mechanic who creates a YouTube channel fixing cars, monetizing ads while his crew handles repairs. Systems aren't magic. They're repeatable processes. Finally, brand leverage. Brands let you charge more with less effort. A local coffee shop in Portland sells $5 lattes because of their ethically sourced beans story. Apple charges $1,000 for a phone that costs $474 to build. $526 is brand value. Even freelancers use brand leverage. A copywriter with a strong portfolio on Behance lands higher-paying clients than one who just emails, "Hi, I write well." Build your brand on platforms like LinkedIn. Post consistently about your niche, say, helping dentists automate their practices, and watch clients come to you. Let's tie this together with real-life blueprints. Meet Sarah, a 32-year-old in Denver who turned a $10,000 savings into a $200,000 per year Airbnb arbitrage business. She doesn't own properties. Instead, she signs 12-month leases on apartments in fast-growing suburbs like Nashville and Phoenix. Then, she sublets them on Airbnb short-term at 2-3x the monthly. How's this leverage? Financial, landlords cover mortgages. Time, VRBO listings run 24/7. People, local cleaners handle turnovers. Tech, smart locks automate check-ins. Systems, standardized guest guides. And brand, her Denver escapes. Instagram has 50K followers. Or take James, a 25-year-old who dropped out of college to flip domains. He buys expired domains with SEO value, like Fitness Guru. Come for $2,000, then sells them on Flippa for $20,000. His leverage? Financial. He uses credit card rewards to fund purchases. Tech, domain appraisal tools. Systems, automated email outreach to buyers. And brand, his Twitter thread on domain flipping got 2M views, attracting mentors. Still think leverage is only for the wealthy? Consider this. A 17-year-old in Texas used TikTok to monetize his math tutoring. He films 15-minute SAT hacks, posts them daily, and links to a $10 per month Patreon with full courses. No teachers, no school, just him, Canva, and CapCut. His leverage? Tech, free editing tools, systems, reusable course content, and brand, 300K followers. The takeaway? Leverage isn't about having more. It's about using less smarter. You don't need a trust fund to play. You need curiosity to ask, who owns the resource I need? Can I rent it, partner for it, or monetize it before paying for it? Warren Buffett didn't become a billionaire by saving pennies. He bet on companies like Coca-Cola and never sold. Jeff Bezos didn't build Amazon warehouses himself. He let third-party sellers use his platform. And that teen with the TikTok tutoring account, he's proof that leverage works now, not someday. So next time you're stuck, ask, can I borrow money instead of using my own? Can I automate this task or outsource it? Who's better at this than me? And can I partner? Is there a tool or AI that does this faster? Can I build a process that runs without me? Does my brand let me charge more or attract clients easier? Leverage isn't a shortcut. It's the difference between trading time for dollars and building assets that work for you. Whether you're a freelancer, a single parent, or a startup founder, the rules are the same. Use less of your own, more of everyone else's. That's the art of modern success. And in America, where innovation drives fortunes, anyone can master it. Let's be real. Success isn't about how hard you work. It's about how smart you borrow. The difference between grinding paycheck to paycheck and building generational wealth? Leverage. The wealthy aren't outworking everyone. They're outthinking them. They use money, people, tech, systems, and brands to multiply their impact. You could clock 80-hour weeks and still fall behind if you're not playing a leverage game. Ask yourself, are you still doing everything yourself? Or are you delegating? A small business owner who hires a VA for $20 per hour to handle emails gains back 15 hours a week. That's time to land bigger clients or scale their offer. That's people leverage. Are you burning cash on liabilities, cars that depreciate, gadgets you'll use once, or investing in assets that work for you? A teacher who builds a TikTok channel teaching math isn't just sharing tips. They're creating a passive income engine through affiliate links and sponsorships. That's financial and brand leverage combined. Are you building systems or just surviving daily tasks? A food truck owner who documents recipes, trains staff, and creates a franchise model isn't stuck in the grind. They're setting up a machine that runs without them. That's systems leverage. Here's the truth. If you're trading time for dollars, you'll never break free. The goal isn't to work harder, it's to work backward. Start with the outcome, then find the resource someone else already owns to get there. Can't afford a warehouse? Use Amazon FBA. Don't know coding? Hire a freelancer on Upwork. Hate managing ads? Run meta ads and let the algorithm do the heavy lifting. Leverage isn't a shortcut, it's the only path. So ask yourself, are you borrowing money, like a mortgage, to buy income-generating real estate? Are you using TikTok's algorithm to reach millions instead of knocking on doors? Are you licensing a product instead of manufacturing it yourself? Are you building a brand so customers pay 2x for your name alone? The future belongs to the leveraged, not the loudest, not the busiest, the ones who realize they don't need more money, more time, or more skills. They just need to borrow the right ones. Your move? Stop grinding. Start leveraging.